Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'll talk about a few other things as well. Monica Long's take amid Ripple vs. SEC case. She says Ripple faces a two-headed dragon, a legal battle with the SEC and a stagnant XRP price. But amidst the fire, Ripple's president, Monica Long, is forging a path forward. She says a recent court ruling declared XRP not a security, allowing Ripple to expand its ecosystem. This decision has focused Ripple on improving payment systems using the XRP ledger and developing custody solutions with partners like Medico. What the Ripple vs. SEC case did was it pushed Ripple to become a global company. But what if the Ripple vs. SEC case never even happened? So the XRP captain asked a chatbot, and this is what the chatbot came up with. The absence of the lawsuit would provide more regulatory clarity for XRP, making it a more attractive investment for institutions weary of legal uncertainties. To quantify this, one could look at historic data from periods before the lawsuit and compare them with other major cryptocurrencies' performance. However, any estimation remains speculative. Generally, experts believe that without the lawsuit, XRP's price would likely be significantly higher, reflecting its potential and adoption in the market without the legal overhang. Me personally, I'd still believe that the Ripple vs. SEC case is playing a factor on the price of XRP. I think if that case never happened, we would most likely be sitting above $5 right now. But I think that case had to happen at that specific time for a reason, just to hold XRP back. Take a listen to Brad Garlinghouse here in 2018, talking about how you're not going to buy a cup of coffee with Bitcoin or XRP back then.
Often you'll notice I often will call these broadly digital assets and not cryptocurrencies. And this is less of a legal distinction and more of a pragmatic human distinction that I don't think we're going to be buying coffee at Starbucks with Bitcoin or XRP anytime soon. I think we got to ask ourselves, what problem is that solving? You were talking about paying for the day spa bill and how you do that. But I think in some ways, the friction, the fiat currency, the US dollar in this case works pretty well. And so we need to make sure it's better than that before we talk about it as a currency.
Now, that was back in 2018. But here we are now in 2024. All the talk is around micropayments and real-time payments. I think we're very close now to XRP being utilized to buy a cup of coffee. We're very close to that point. And it's going to happen with regulations. I think regulations are still holding crypto back more than anything else in this space right now. But we are very close to regulations as well. Here's how Ripple can replace the Federal Reserve. So Ashley Prosper put together what it would take for Ripple to replace the Federal Reserve. Now, me personally, I said multiple times, Ripple looks like they're becoming a bank. What if they became a central bank and they did replace the Federal Reserve? That would be absolutely incredible. But how close are we to that actually happening? So the steps Ripple would need to take in order to replace the Federal Reserve. Legislative support, enormous. Legislative changes would be required. Congress would need to pass laws to dismantle the Fed. And that's what some lawmakers are trying to do right now. Regulatory approval. Any entity aiming to replace the Fed would need approval from numerous regulatory bodies, including the Treasury, SEC, and others. Now, if Gary is still in charge at the SEC, that will never happen. Monetary policy control. The new entity would need to have the capability to control monetary policy, including interest rates, inflation, and money supply, which are currently managed by the Fed. So could Ripple handle that as well? I'm sure they would figure it out through the XRP ledger and XRP. Banking system integration. Integration with the entire banking system would be necessary to facilitate smooth operations. This includes managing the payment system, clearing and settlement, and providing liquidity to the banks, what Ripple is already working on doing. Ripple is integrated with some of the biggest banks worldwide and has links to ACH, Fedwire, and SWIFT. Robust financial infrastructure. Develop and maintain a highly secure, reliable, and scalable infrastructure that can handle the vast amount of transactions and data the Fed currently manages. XRP Ledger, RippleNet, etc. Cybersecurity. Implement top-tier cybersecurity measures to protect against threats and ensure the integrity of the financial system. Building trust. Establish widespread trust among financial institutions, businesses, and the public. Trust is paramount for a central bank. Public scrutiny in court. 1,700 plus unannounced partnerships or contracts, the NDAs. Stability. Provide the ability to maintain economic stability and manage crisis effectively, something the Fed has mechanisms and experience to handle. No blockchain and no asset more stable than the XRP ledger and XRP. Transparent governance. Establish a transparent and accountable governance structure. This would include a board of directors or similar body to make major policy decisions. Done and done. International coordination. Coordinate with other central banks and international financial organizations to ensure global economic stability. Bank of England, Bank of America, Bank of Bhutan, the BIS, World Bank, ECB, IMF. You get the picture. Ripple is already working with all of those entities. Currency issuance. Gain the authority to issue currency. This includes physical currency and digital forms. RLUSD, anyone? Lender of last resort. Establish mechanisms to act as the lender of last resort to prevent bank runs and ensure liquidity in times of financial stress. Liquidity pools and DeFi. Hiring experts. We all know Ripple hires experts. Look at the people that work at Ripple. Research and development. Invest in ongoing research to continually improve the financial system and adapt to new economic challenges. Detailed transition plan. Create a detailed and phased transition plan to shift responsibilities from the Fed to the new entity without causing economic disruption. Public communication. Develop a comprehensive strategy to communicate with the public and international community about the changes, benefits, and new processes. I'm not saying Ripple will replace the Fed, but they'd be a good candidate for it. I agree with that as well. And a lot of people have pointed this out along the way. If you look at Ripple, you are looking at a central bank, in my opinion. I said it multiple times along the way. I said, it looks like Ripple is becoming a bank, and we would be the branches. We would be able to lend and borrow against our XRP, lend it out and get passive income in the form of interest. We are headed in this direction. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but we are headed in that direction. XRP is the way out. Go to school, find a job, pay off debt, climb the ladder, vacation for 2 weeks, pay off your mortgage, and then you die. Do you know how many people are stuck in that cycle? Because they never invested in anything. They never took a chance at all. They just go to their 9 to 5 and go through the daily routine, day in and day out. I have friends that do it. Every weekend, all they look forward to is going out and spending all their money at the bar, never investing in nothing. If you want to break away from this, if you want to quit your 9 to 5 job, XRP is your way out. I could say that about XLM, XDC, these other ISO cryptocurrencies as well. If you invest in them now, you can get financial freedom. You can quit your 9 to 5. Every wealthy person I know either owns a business, owns stocks or crypto, owns real estate, has a combination of these assets. None of these options include buying things to impress people. You know, I always see people saying, I'm going to buy a Lambo, I'm going to buy a mansion. But if you invest your money and you put your money to work for you, you no longer have to go to your 9 to 5 job. You don't have to worry about going to work at all. You build wealth over time. If you're planning to cash out of crypto, you need to have a plan. I stress that a lot in my videos because I want you to succeed. I want you to get financial freedom. I want you to break away from your 9 to 5. I want you to have the time to do all the things you ever wanted to do. You know, I don't want to get rich and leave you behind. I want to get rich with all of you. That's why I'm here every day, keeping you positive, keeping you going, helping you get through the dips. Because I know what comes next. What comes next is you watching your XRP portfolio go into the massive amounts of money. It's gonna happen. But you know, once you get there, you have to have a plan. You don't want to get that overnight rich and end up overnight poor shortly after. Because I see so many people go down that path. Real estate, I see more and more XRP investors saying, once I cash out, I'm getting into real estate. Let me tell you something, the real estate bubble is going to pop. When it pops, that's around the same time that XRP will be skyrocketing. You will be buying real estate at the bottom. You should treat everything in life the same way you treat crypto. You buy the bottom and sell the top. Do it with real estate. You should have done it with gold. Silver is still at a great price point. I still think gold is going to get reevaluated. I think that's going to happen over the coming months as well. A lot of things are going to happen because the crypto space is changing. Everything is shifting. We are headed towards utility. You want to be holding when that happens. And until it does happen, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, so we can get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.